Let me give you 5 reasons why you should visit Pakistan next year. Let's get started. I traveled on my motorcycle last year too, and roughly about a year ago I was traveling in Pakistan by myself on my motorcycle, and I love the country. I think it's great. So I wanted to give you 5 reasons why you should go to visit Pakistan next year. Number 1, mountains and incredible views. I'm not a city person, I'm a nature person, so Pakistan is amazing in that way. It has 3 big mountain ranges coming together, namely the Himalayas, the Karakoram and the Hindu Kush. And they all come together at one point, which is already amazing. 2, it has some of the highest mountains in the world, like the K2 and the Nanga Parbat, which I still can't pronounce, but I hope I did it right. So that means there are some incredible views over there. If you start from the capital, Islamabad, and drive up north over the Karakoram highway, you will see mountains, glaciers, wild rivers, and so much more that it will be a road trip you will never forget. You can ride all the way up to the Chinese border, which is the highest border crossing in the world, I think. I have to check. Along the way, you will visit beautiful places like Hunza, which was definitely one of my favorites on this trip, which is also known as Little Switzerland, which has a beautiful view of the Nanga Parbat with a fort on top of the mountain. And it's great to see the Chinese influences and the Tibetan influences, and it's really pretty. If you have more time than me, then you must visit other valleys like the Swat Valley and the Skardu Valley. And here, let me show you something. Isn't that amazing? So that's reason number 1. Reason number 2, delicious food. If you like Indian food, you'll definitely like Pakistani food. It's very similar, very spicy, a lot of curries and a lot of rice, but a lot of variety, a lot of vegetables. It's just overall really good. Trust me. Number 3, very friendly people. I know if you watch the news, you wouldn't think that, but Pakistani people are actually incredibly friendly. They are so happy to see foreign people traveling in their country, exploring their culture, their sites, and their land, that they are incredibly grateful that you're there. So 1, they all want to take a selfie with you, and 2, they will invite you into their home and you will experience an enormous amount of hospitality. Number 4, no crowds at tourist attractions. And for me this is a really big plus, because I traveled about 40 days in Pakistan and met probably about 10 foreigners. Then I traveled 1 day in India and I met about 100 foreigners. So for me that was just so relaxing that you really feel like an explorer in this country. There will be a lot of Pakistani tourists because they really like to travel in their own country, but it's still not super crazy. But otherwise, no foreign crowds, and that is perfect for me. And the last reason number 5, is that it's safe to travel. I know if you watch the news, you think that there's a bombing every single week in every single city, but that's not true. And if I watch the news, I think there's a mass shooting every single day in every single city in the US. That's also not true. So as long as you use your common sense, don't travel alone where people tell you not to travel alone, listen to the locals and follow their advice, then you will be fine. That's it, really. I traveled by myself on my motorcycle as a woman, and I had no problem whatsoever. I felt completely safe. I know so many people who traveled there either by motorcycle, by bicycle, by car, and they all had an amazing experience. So trust me, put this country on your travel to-do list for next year. So yeah, in my opinion, it's safe to travel as long as you use your common sense and do your research. That's it. That was my list. I hope I convinced you to go and visit Pakistan.